Then they left the hospital, unaware that this would be the last day of their lives. This message almost made Jeff pimp out. What? Ronnie says Kaz has a cheeseburger. Nah, no, Lucius, none of that for you. There we go. And then this one's just kind of like a zoomed in face. And then no, that's not the one. No, I don't want that one. No, I don't want the starting soon page. There we go. Okay, so yeah. So these are the ones we got. So it's like, yeah, zoomed in up close. Then we got this one where there's a bunch of me. Yeah. Then we got this one where it's just normal. Then we got this one where I'm like mirrored so I can make wacky faces. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get back into this. Yeah, I'm good at standing completely still. Just kidding. But Jeff knew that it was more. It was something scary. Okay, so to let you guys know what the bad translations are, essentially what I do is they're more of like a lighter type of thing. They're more silly than scary. But what I do is I go to like German, the main three websites I use are German, Polish, and French creepypasta sites. And I translate their creepypasta stories to English, and then I narrate them. And it makes for a coherent but like kind of like not scary story. So that's what the bad translations are. Tape. Oh yeah, I use a lot of like all my shit's broken. So like this is a camera stand, right, for like a camera mount. And so but the base of it's broken, and so I took this pole and I kind of like welded it and then wrapped it in duct tape around this shock mount for my microphone, and then attached it to the center of the camera mount. And then I don't have a pop filter, but I have this piece of cloth I found, and then just duct taped it together. My old microphone stand was just a stick. I'm happy to see so many fresh young faces here. No, that sounded creepy. Not fresh. Just like fresh out the womb. So this is Jeff the Killer. Local newspaper article. A threatening killer not yet known. After weeks of unexplained murders, the unknown killer has not yet been caught. With little evidence, the killer so far, a brave little boy who survived a bout by the killer, now tells his story. I woke in the middle of the night because I had a bad dream, the boy said. I noticed that the window was open, although I remember it was closed and I went to sleep. I got up and closed it again, then crawled under the covers again and tried to sleep again. And at that moment, I was amazed by the uncomfortable feeling that I was being watched. 2 curtains lit with a beam of light. I could see 2 eyes, but they were not normal eyes. They were dark and menacing. They just frightened me. And I saw his mouth at that moment. A wide, abnormal. I think that's a typo. I think it's supposed to say abnormal, but it straight up says abnormal. There's no R. Smile, from which my hair was raised all over my body. This figure stood there looking at me, and finally he said it. After an eternity, it felt a simple sentence, but how he said it, a predatory can do it. Argumentative? In what shitting piss would the German translation of go to sleep be argumentative in English? Anyway, that's what he said, argumentative. It's not go to sleep, it's argumentative, you know. I let out a loud scream, then he leaped at me. He pulled out a knife and aimed at my chest, at my heart. He jumped on my bed. I fought him, kicked him, hit him, and rolled him, trying to push him away. Then my father stormed into the room. The man threw the knife at my father. He hit him on the shoulder. He would probably have killed my father if the neighbors had not informed the police as soon as possible. They drove... Where'd they drive? Freaking scrolling down. They drove to the driveway and ran to the front door. The man turned down and ran down the corridor. I heard a crack like glass break when I left my room. I saw the window on the back of the house was broken. I looked out and saw him disappear in the distance. I told you, I'll never forget his face. The cold, evil eyes, and the sick smile. They will never go out of my mind. The police are still looking for this man. If you see someone who fits the description in the report it to the police immediately. Jeff and his family moved to a neighborhood a few days ago. His father was only wholly to work, so they thought it would be a good idea to move to one of these expensive neighborhoods. Jeff and his older brother, Liu, could not complain about it. A new house, better. What could be to blame? When the family broke up, the neighbor licked. What the fuck? She said, "Hello, I'm Barbara. I live right across the street. I just wanted to introduce myself and my son." She turned and called in her son. "Billy, these are our neighbors." Billy greeted Jeff and his family, and then ran back to play in the backyard. "Well," said Jeff's mother, "my name is Margaret. This is my husband Peter, and my two sons, Jeff and Lou." They all introduced themselves to her neighbor, so Barbara invited the family to be marked on her son's birthday. The fuck? Jeff and his brother wanted to refuse, but her mother accepted the invitation happily. After Jeff and his family had finished unloading, Jeff went to his mother. "Mother, why are you forcing me to go to a children's party like this?" "If you did not notice, I'm not just a stupid kid." "Jeff, we just got here," his mother said. "We have to show that we are happy to spend time with our neighbors. We have now decided that we're going to a party." Jeff stopped himself from talking to his mother because he knew it would not work. Whatever his mother said something, it was finally settled. He went to his room and fell onto his bed. He lay on his bed and stared at the ceiling. Then suddenly, a strange felt sensation, if not did hurt, it was a strange tingle. He dismissed it as a casual emotion. Then he heard that his mother called him from downstairs to look his things, so he left. I think that we got really lucky on the last translation part, because I just read the first sentence of this, and it's almost pure nonsense. The next day, Jeff went down to breakfast and got ready for school. As soon as he sat down and ate it, he looked this strange again, but this time it was strong. She felt a little bit painful, but she ignored it. After eating that, and Lou, they went together at the bus stop. As soon as he was waiting for the bus, a child with a skateboard came and just jumped on his lap. Both were amazed. "Hey man, what the hell?" The child landed and changed them. He stepped on the skateboard so that he flew and caught him in his hands. The child thought that he was 12 years old, a year younger than Jeff. He was wearing what the fuck is that word? Arthropod? He was wearing an arthropod shirt and blue torn jeans. The shitness? Well, it seems that we have some fresh meat." Two more children suddenly appeared. One was extremely thin and the other was very big. "Okay, because you're new here, so I want to present myself to you." "This is Keith." Brother sees the thin boy. He had a stupid face in which he hopes to be a henchman? And that's Troy. They said fat baby. She is a dick man. What? Alright, sorry. I'm trying not to laugh. This is really weird. This is going in a really weird direction. She is a dick man. The boy gave an impression that he was physically fit because he was able to crawl. God damn it. "I'm not the first child," said Randy. "For all children in the neighborhood, there is a small price to pay. If you know what I mean." Lou stood up, prepared Oshgespitzen. I don't think it translated that word. That sounds German. Light boy. When he suddenly one of his friends pulled a knife, and Jeff's brother straightened. Tis task. I expect you want better cooperation, but apparently we have to do it in a difficult way. The boy went to Lou and pulled her purse from her pocket. The moment Jeff found that feeling again, this time it was really strong, burned right in it. He got up, but Lou hinted to sit back down. Jeff ignored his brother and stepped towards the child. Okay, you're stupid. Give your brother instant wallet, otherwise, Randy protested the wallet and pulled his knife. Oh yes, what else do you want to do? As soon as he finished the sentence, Jeff hit him on the nose. As Randy caught his face, Jeff grabbed the boy with a wrist and broke it. Randy shouted, and Jeff took away the knife. Troy and Keith went to Jeff, but Jeff was hairy. He threw Randy on the ground. Keith reached Jeff. He drowned Keith with his hands and hit him. Keith dropped his knife and screamed on the ground. Troy was delivered to Jeff, but then he did not even need a knife. He hit Troy in the stomach and went to town. When he fell, he completed himself. Lou could not do anything, but Jeff was surprised and amazed. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys feel? Am I the only one that thinks this is ridiculous? I don't want to be like that weird guy in a room that's laughing and no one else is laughing. I'm just sitting here laughing by myself like a crazy person. All right. So yeah, he caught him in the face. He got into the fight with the hobos and whatever. So we got to translate the next part. So here we go. Jeff, how did you do? And that's all he said. They saw the bus and found out that they would be held responsible for the whole thing. So they ran as fast as they could. As soon as they fled, two of them looked back and saw the driver, Randy, running to help others, and Jeff, Lou, made it into the school. They did not dare tell what happened. They just sat there and listened. Lou thought how his brother defeated some children, but Jeff knew that it was more. It was something scary. When he felt this feeling, he realized how fast it was, the need to hurt someone. He did not like his voice. He could not help him. He was feeling happy. She felt it was strange how she disappeared and stayed away for the rest of the school, even when he went home and simply could not take the bus due to the whole thing. And Jeff responded in a strange voice. Oh, it was a great day. Oh, it was the good day. Oh, it's the good shit. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. It was a great day, yeah. The next morning, he knocked on his front door. He went down and saw two policemen standing at the front door. His mother saw him in anger, and Jeff responded in a weird voice. No, it was a great day. What the fuck? Okay. Jeff, these officers told me that you attacked 3 children, and that there was no general fight. They were killed? I don't remember that being the way the story went. Damn, fucking hard right turn. Jeff looked down on the floor, who showed his mother that this truth was there. Mother, there were people who pulled knives on me and Lou. That should not be in the middle of the freaking screen. Oh, hey, someone donated $2. Well, that's so nice. But what was their message? I didn't see it. I feel bad now. Or am I high? Did that not just happen? Did somebody not just donate $2? I don't know what I saw. I'm crazy. Okay, yeah, they pulled a knife on me and Lou. Boy, we got 3 children, 2 got knives, and we got an injury on the stomach. We have witnesses who prove that you fled the scene. So what does that tell us? Jeff knew that this was useless. He could say that he and Lou were being attacked, but they had no evidence. He could not deny that he had fled, because he was right. Jeff could not protect himself or his brother. Jeff, get your brother. Jeff could not do it. He only attacked the children. Sir, this was me. I killed the boys. Lou wanted me to stop, but I didn't make it. The police saw his partner and both shouted at each other. Why? What the fuck? Why are the cops fighting? If so, boy, juvenile looks like a year in jail. I know that that's not the right line. I've only listened to Jeff the Killer once, and I know that's not right. It's like, it looks like a year in juvie, I think is what he says. I don't know why it would repeat that. I got it. It sucks that Google can only translate like a certain amount of words at a time, so I have to keep highlighting a paragraph after paragraph. The cops were arthropods all along. Exactly. Wait! Lou shouted. They all saw him caught a knife in his hands. The police pulled their arms and pointed them into Lou. It was me. I defeated these punks. I have marks in form of evidence. He rolls his sleeves to mark and show injuries as if he was involved in a fight. The officer said, "Boy, just keep that knife down, you hear?" Lou grabbed a knife and threw it on the floor, and he picked it up. Lou grabbed the knife and threw it on the floor, and then he picked it up and went to the police. "No, Lou, it was me. It was me." Jeff ran, tears on his face. "Poor brother. Try to blame. Well, take me away." The police took Lou into the patrol car. "No, Lou, tell him it was me. Tell it it was me. I defeated the children. No, Lou. Nerm." "Jeff, please stop lying. We know that it was Lou. You can stop." Jeff looked helpless because the police went with Lou to the car. After a few minutes, Jeff's father returned home and moved to Disneyland. When he saw Jeff's face, he knew that something had happened. "Son, what's up?" Jeff could not answer. His vocal cord was tired of many crying. Instead, his mother went to bring bad news to his father. While Jeff was crying in driveway, about an hour later, Jeff returned home, and to see what both his parents were shocked, depressed, and disappointed. She could not see him. He could not see his thinking about Lou, although this was a whole mistake. He fell asleep to forget the whole thing. 2 days passed without any incident of Lou. Jeff had not got any friends with whom he could do anything. Nothing except sadness and guilt. So, the situation remained till Saturday. Wait, what? Remained till Saturday, right? He said, "Jeff, today is a big day." He opened the curtain and allowed the sunlight to go into him. "What? Huh? What is today?" asked Jeff, who was waking up. "Well, Billy's birthday party." Now he was very awake. "Mother, are you kidding or are you not? You did not expect me to go after this child's party." They stayed for a long time. "Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party can change everyone's mind. Come on, get ready." Jeff's mother left the room and walked down to prepare herself Gaia. He had to fight himself to get up. She just rummaged for t-shirts and jeans and took them down. She already saw her parents dressed, in dress for her mother and father in a suit. They thought why would they wear such things in two child's parties? Jeff asked his mother, Is that all you want to wear, son?" He said it. It was much better to carry... What the fuck does that mean? His mother suppressed the feelings of shouting at him and hid the smile. My God. How long is this story? I forget. I gotta translate the next part. "Well, Jeff, can we be very well prepared, but leave a good impression?" Jeff screamed and went back into his room. "I do not have fancy clothes," he shouted from the stairs. "Just take a gurgawets." "What?" his mother called back. He searched for things in his cell that he would say right. They got some original trousers, who had special occasions, and an undershirt for them, but she did not get the appropriate t-shirt. They only get shirts with stripes or patterns, but none of them matched their pants. In the end, he found a white hood, which he kept. "Do you want to wear that?" his parents asked him. His mother saw his face. "Oh no, there's no more time to do anything else. Let's just go," she said, because she had pulled Jeff and her father out of the house. They crossed the road, crossed the road to Barbara and Billy's house. They knocked on the door, and Barbara opened the door. She wore much clothes like her parents. When they went in, only adults were not seen. Very children. Oh, spooky. "The kids were all out in the garden, Jeff. How about go out about them?" Barbara said. Jeff went out to the garden full of children. They ran about in comic cowboy costumes and shot each other with toy pistol. He could have been as good as in the Toys R You movie, Suddenly, a child came to him and handed him a toy gun and a hat. The boy asked, "Hey, do you want to play with us?" "No, baby. I'm too old for this stuff." The boy saw his dog's eyes. "What?" "Please?" the child said. "Well," Jeff replied. He cast his hat and pretended to shoot small children. At first, found the whole thing stupid, but soon he started to have fun. It was not for a while until he heard the noise. A strange voice came from Wheels. Then, she got hit like a shock. Randy, Troy, and Keith jumped on the fence with their skateboards. Jeff threw a gun and broke his hat. Randy saw Jeff and hatred. "Ah, hello! It was Jeff, is it not? I've got another chicken to take with you." Jeff saw his broken nose. "I think we are too. I have tampered with you, and you are responsible for my brother sitting in a teenage brother." Randy seemed angry at this. No. Why is it repeating no so many times? "I do not want to leave. I want to win. You've defeated us lately, but not today. As soon as she said, Randy arrived in Jeff. Both of them fell to the ground. Jeff grabbed his ear and gave him something. What? Jeff grabbed his ear and gave him something crazy. Jeff pushed Randy, and both of them came down back on their feet. The children started shouting, and the adults came out of the house. Troy and Keith suddenly pistoled their pockets. He said, "No one interferes, otherwise courage should be raised." Randy pulled a knife and threw it in Jeff's shoulder. Jeff screamed and dropped to his knees. Randy kicked him on the face. The 3 kicks, Jeff grabbed his leg and folded it, causing Randy to fall. Jeff got up and went back to the door. Troy caught him. "Oh, I need some help with that, buddy." He caught Jeff by the collar and threw it from the courtyard door. When Jeff wanted to go back on his feet, he reverted again? Randy kicked Jeff repeatedly until he started spitting blood. "Come on, fight back. Yeah, fight me." She caught Jeff, threw him into the kitchen. Randy saw a bottle of vodka on the counter and broke the glass on Jeff's head. Wow, that was a coherent sentence. That made sense. Wow, that last part. That's some good shit. Looks like whoever translated this story got better at this part. Randy... Wait, I thought Randy was the bus driver. Yeah, the bus driver was just there too, kicking his ass. Like, this is for making me stop the bus. Yeah, everyone's at this party. His principal shows up, gonna give him the business. Some kid just keeps getting kicked or something. Yeah, that's essentially what's happening. He's getting his dick kicked in. Like, it's not even a fight. He's just getting manhandled right now. Fight! He put Jeff back in the living room. "Jeff, look at me. Come on, champ, look at me, come on." Jeff raised his face, and his face was folded with blood. It was my fault that your brothers are in prison, and now you just sit here and only want him rotten over years? Shame with you. Jeff will get up again, respectively. Oh, fine. Wait, what? Was that part of what he was saying? "Finally, you stand and fight." Jeff was back at his feet. There was blood and vodka on his face. Again, he got this strange feeling that had no felt for a while. Finally, he was at his feet, as Rand ran to Jeff. Randy said, "Then that happened. Something in Jeff broke. His spirit was destroyed. Reasonable thoughts disappeared, and everything he could do was kill. He beat Randy seriously, overwhelmed him, and hit him directly to the heart. The blow stopped Randy's heart from working. Randy said with a pant voice. Jeff kept beating him. He blew off blood and ran out Randy's body until he died of the last breath. Everyone was staring at Jeff now. Parents, children crying, Keith and Troy, nevertheless." Yeah, Keith and Troy, nevertheless. Yeah, those two douchebags. The two immediately looked at him and pointed out his weapons to him. Jeff ran to the stairs as soon as I saw the weapon aiming him. When he ran, they shoot him, but each shot missed his goal. Jeff climbed the stairs. He heard the two follow him. When they shot the last shot, Jeff pumped it into the toilet. Ugh. He pulled the towel rack off the wall and grabbed it. Troy and Keith attacked the bus driver. What? So the bus driver is here? What the shit? What the fuck is going on? Troy and Keith attacked the bus driver and prepared the knife. Okay. Troy waved his knife to Jeff. Jeff crashed on the trophy face with a towel rail in his back. Troy fell to the ground. Now Keith was on herself. He was more agile than Troy. He had run away as Jeff reached him with the towel rack. He dropped the knife and grasped Jeff with his neck. Keith pressed Jeff against the wall. A bleach bottle fell from the shelf to two. It covered the two skins. They shouted out loud. Jeff rubbed his eyes with the best feeling. He grabbed the towel rack again and shook it directly to Keith's head. When he lied down and died, an eerie smile decorated Keith's face. "Is that so funny?" Jeff asked. It took Keith lighter and light it. Keith said, "Funny thing is, you're covered with bleachness." What the hell is bleachness? While burning it, Jeff made a terrible scream as he burned. He tried to fire to get out of the trolls, but the alcohol turned him into a run? He ran into the hallway to get off the stairs, hurried as he fell to the ground and was near death. They saw the fire set for Jeff. Everything cried. At the end, Jeff saw that he has no purse, with his mother trying him. Then he fainted. Oh, fucking cliffhanger right there. Damn. When Jeff awoke, he had plaster wrapped around his face. He could not see anything. But he had a strong pressure on his body's shoulder. A bite. He tried to get up, but he noticed that he had a hose in his falling arms when he wanted to get up. His sister was in a hurry. "I think I cannot get out of the bed." She returned to the bed, saying return to the tube in his arm. Jeff was sitting there, seeing everything, even if he did not know the surroundings. He was sitting several hours later. He finally heard his mother. This story is deteriorating by the moment. Like, the story kind of like, when I first started reading this, I was like, hey, this actually is pretty good. Now it's just straight fucking gibberish. I guess he has a sister now. I don't know who he's referring to. Yeah, where's the bus driver now? Probably in jail for beating up a bunch of kids. Like, I imagine the bus driver is like in his 40s. He just goes to a kid's birthday party and starts kicking the shit in of some teenagers. Like, I'm pretty sure he's in jail. "Honey, are you okay?" his mother asked her. Jeff could not answer her. Her face was still bandaged in, and she could not speak. "Oh, honey, I have great news. After the police witnesses say Randy attacked you, they decided that Lou would be released." This message almost made Jeff pimp out. What? But he remembered the tire in his arms again. "It will be released tomorrow, and then you will be assembled." Her mother squeezed her and said goodbye. In coming weeks, Jeff was visited by his family. Then came the day when his dressings would be removed. Her family was there to see what she would look like. Why is he a she now? I mean, it's not bad. You know, we're not sexist here. I like that pimp out part. That's probably my favorite part so far. Everyone was very excited when the doctor removed the dressings, and they all wait until the last bandage was still covers his face was almost gone. "Let's hope for the best," the doctor said. It quickly pulls on the fabric, causing the rest of Jeff's face to fall off. Jeff's mother was calling to his son's face. Lou and Jeff's father stared at each other in awe. What? What happened to my face? What happened to my face? What? Jeff asked. He jumped out of bed and ran to the toilet. What? Why the toilet? He looked in the mirror and saw the cause of the grief. His face. It was terrible. Oh, her lips. Oh, they burned a deep shadow of red. Oh, it's so gross. Jeez. Oh. Her skin was more than white, and her hair was burning and now black instead of dark blonde. Carefully, she felt her face with her hands. He felt leathery now. She looked at her family and returned to the mirror. "Jeff, are you okay?" "Well, I've never felt happier. Just look at me. The figure. She suits me perfectly." She could not stop laughing. He caresses his face. He stares at the mirror and laughs. How did this happen? You will remember that when Jeff fought Randy, the fuselage was blown inside of him. I don't remember there being an airplane involved in this. Where was the fuselage? Now he became a crazy killer, but his parents did not know that. Doctor, his mother said, Jeff is my baby. Well, you know, in my hand, I mean. What the fuck? No. Yes, this behavior is typical for patients who have suffered a lot of pain. If their behavior does not change within a few weeks, then, you know, there'll be some testing and psychology. Oh, good. Thank you, doctor. Jeff's mother went to her son. Jeff, honey, it's time to go. Jeff looked away into the mirror. His face had the same shape as crap grime. What the fuck is crap grime? Well, mother, ha, ha! Her mother grabbed her shoulder and told her in her dress. Yeah, we got that, said the woman at the reception. Jeff's mother realized that he was black pants and white hood that his son had been wearing on that fateful day. Things were cleaned in the blood and patched together. Jeff's mother brought her son back to her room and let her wear her clothes. Then they left the hospital, unaware that this would be the last day of their lives. Later at midnight, Jeff's midnight mother was awakened by a sound from the toilet. What's with the toilet? What's with the toilet? It keeps saying toilet. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to say bathroom. Like, I'm pretty sure it's replacing bathroom with toilet. Anyway, was awoken by a sound from the toilet. See, like, in the narration, I would make, like, splashing sounds, as if, like, someone's, like, splashing around in the bathtub, or the toilet. He sounded as if he were crying. He walked quietly into the bath. No, okay, there's bathroom right there. Walked into the bathroom to see what he was. When he looked into the bathroom, it was a terrible sight. Jeff cut a big smile on his cheeks with the help of a knife. Jeff, what did you do? Oh, no, his mother asked. Jeff watched her. I could not laugh again, mother. She began to soar after a while. Now I can laugh forever. Jeff's mother noticed his eyes, which was described black. Jeff, yours. His eyes never seemed to be closed. I could not see my face. I was tired of getting my eyes off. I burned my eyes so that I could admire myself forever. My new face. Jeff's mother gently backwards, noticing that her son was crazy. What's my mom? Yeah? Is it not nice? Oh, yeah, son, yeah. But you just let me go get your dad real quick so that he can see your face, too. He ran into the room and shook the head of Jeff's father. Honey, get the gun, quickly. She stayed positive when she saw Jeff standing in the door with a knife in his hand. Yeah, okay, I don't think it's supposed to end there, but it does.